The three relics in the Ark of the Covenant each tell us something about the heart of Yahweh. Are you like David, a man or a woman after God's own heart? Test yourself according to these standards and ask yourself if you might have too much of a good thing. These three items represent aspects of God's character and different groups of believers in the world today. I propose that the tablets in the ark represent Yahweh's righteousness. The commandments are the constitution of the kingdom. These are instructions from a loving Father for how to live a set-apart life. The jar of manna represents the miraculous provision of the Almighty. The manna in the wilderness sustained the people of Israel, whether they followed Yahweh's commandments or not. Good, bad, and ugly, everybody woke up to the generous blessing of heaven. 3. Aaron's rod that budded. This is the story of salvation. This supernatural stick was a branch that had been cut off and died. It was laid down, and then it resurrected, and it produced fruit. And the rod also signified the identity of the high priest, the one that Yahweh had chosen. So each of these are awesome attributes of our great King: His righteousness, His provision, His salvation. Every follower of Yeshua should hide these treasures down in their heart. Unfortunately, we too often see people focus on one aspect and neglect the others. One man invites the righteousness of Yahweh into his heart. He magnifies the law of God to the point that he has no room in his heart for anything else. What does this person look like? This is your stereotypical Pharisee who goes around condemning everyone and finding fault in everything. No mercy, no compassion, everything is black and white. Others point and call this person a legalist. Telltale signs of this distortion are rejecting Paul's writings, followed by rejecting the New Testament, followed by rejecting Yeshua. They falsely believe that because they have the tablets, they don't need anything else. Don't be that guy. The next group is all about that manna. These are your prosperity Christians. It's always their season of divine harvest, reaping where they haven't sown, the name it, claim it, frame it, living my best life now crowd. By focusing too much on materialism, they are not seeking His face, but only His hands. And like the rich young ruler, they follow the parts of the Bible that make sense to them and are easy, but when challenged to go deeper and finding out the cost that comes with it, they're just not interested. Favorite song is "We're Blessed in the City." They stopped reading Deuteronomy 28 and verse 14. Finally, the last group is the Jesus-only group. They know the death, the burial, and the resurrection of their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. They prayed the sinner's prayer, they vote Republican, and they can paraphrase John 3:16, but they don't know that John 3:36 is in there too. In their mind, Jesus paid it all. No more shackles, no more chains, no more reading and obeying the first 2/3 of the Bible, because Jesus came not to abolish the law, but to abolish it. And all of these are perversions and distortions. But David had all three. He meditated on the law of God. Just read Psalms. He also sought the blessings of God because he obeyed the commandments. And he confessed that without Yahweh's salvation, he was hopeless. Truly, he was a man after God's own heart. I challenge everyone who watches this video to take a look inside and see if you are finding the balance and embracing all facets of our Father's heart, or do you have too much of a good thing?